You folks involved in military intel and espionage and in this military community, you got to be able to assess yourself intellectually, emotionally, psychologically, right? You have a guy who claims to be the source of the book of Revelation because so much of it, it's his life. They took him to Fort Huachuca and exposed themselves to him as well, what can you make of this and stuff. And then had me read it and go, okay, that's my life. That's this, that's that. Okay, and then I start explaining it and making sense. Of course it makes sense when I explain it because it's about my life. Okay, and you have a guy on Facebook. Okay, you don't have privacy on Facebook. Okay? Where they have those commercials. It's crypted and coded and, that person's going to carry pigeon or whatever and stuff. The only reason you want privacy on your social media or your cell phone is so you can fuck around on your wife or do business deals with people that will kill each other to fuck around on their wives. Do you understand? Okay. There shouldn't be anything that you need to say or do that your wife shouldn't be able to know about or hear about, unless you're doing a surprise birthday party for her or something like that, right? Okay, if I had to tell you what I do for a living, I'd have to kill you. What the fuck are you talking about? We live for a living. Okay, if you have to kill people to manipulate people with money, you're not living, bitch. Okay, now you have a guy who was kicked off Facebook. Okay, because on his messenger, he sat there after COVID and told them, I want to be taken care of the way I should. Like Nebuchadnezzar had to take care of Daniel, like Pharaoh had to take care of Joseph. I did my job and I did beyond any reasonable doubts, and I expect you guys to start getting your shit together. I shouldn't have to do it for you. So I expect you to give me a place, and we'll get a nice Adobe place in the Gila, and give me the resources to get electric vehicles and go pick up my ex-wives and the children and have a life with them and start to recover before everybody else does, because I deserve it. I earned it. According to you military people, you're supposed to have all these honor codes and shit, right? And they sent me a fucking email the day before I told them to show up, and said, you ready to join the Temple Set Illuminati? I said, no. I'm the one who commands people right from wrong. I'm the way, the truth, and life, not you. You are the perverts that killed my mom with her medical treatment, abused my parents with your virtual presence, and sexually assaulted my wife with your virtual presence, and affected my children. No, I'm telling you what to do. You don't tell me what to do. Perverts don't tell a man what to do. Okay? Perverts tell themselves what to do, but they don't tell a man what to do. Okay? Now that happened. Mark Zuckerberg should know that. If he doesn't know that, then he trusts the people in the military that will do what your military did to me. And I will stand up for your children to live the Lord's Prayer and be abused at the soup kitchen, be treated like a migrant by the perverts that invent the conditions for us to have migrants, because they have money and they have courts to sit there and say, you have to have a legal document that say you have a right to live on planet Earth and pay me money to live here. Right? You fucking perverts. You fucking perverts. There's no liberals, there's no conservatives, there's no Democrats, there's no Republicans. There's me and there's you. There's the truth and there's the lying sack of shit, right? Okay? And then they kicked me off Facebook because on my Facebook, be it a joke or whatever, some asshole got on there and said, I'm the Temple Set Illuminati. We will give you $2 million a month if you join. And I said, I used to enjoy Pop-Tarts when I was a kid because we already had this conversation on Messenger. And it's the Lord's Prayer, nothing at all. Okay? If people saw that every day, you think they give a fuck about what happened to Jimmy Kimmel or Colbert or that stupid congressman sitting in that chair or the fucking escalator? You think they'd give a fuck? All they'd want to know is just, why isn't this man shown to the world as the Messiah? And why aren't all these people sitting there fall on? I don't want anybody on their knees. Okay? I don't want anybody on their knees. Okay? If you feel you need to pray on your knees to be humble because you think your brain is the good shepherd, then you do that. Okay? But as for me, just go home and live the Lord's Prayer. Just go love your spouse and your children. That's all I require of you. Okay? But you have to assess yourself and say, am I a stupid shit? Okay? You motherfuckers will kill yourselves with drugs and alcohol, and then lay in a bed praying to my spirit, save me, take this from me. Cancer cells shut him down. Okay? He wanted to die, let him die. Okay? Give him morphine. He doesn't want to feel the pain. Okay? He won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer. She won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Jesus, take this from me. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Give him drugs. Okay? That's just horrible. Hey, you did it. You drink beer, smoke cigarettes, and live in a city where people suck down tire particles and carbon emissions things like they're sucking down a drink from Sonic. And then sit there and pray in bed, Jesus, give me organ transplants. I want to be like Vladimir Putin. Like Jesus said, I gave you the Lord's Prayer, you rotten little fucking bastard. Okay, do you understand? Okay? Nobody explains the gospels better than me. Nobody. They didn't leave anything from Krishnamurti or Suzuki or Selassie that explains the gospels better than me. Don't ever believe anything they ever wrote or said about themselves. They're incomplete. Okay? They're incomplete. Whatever you see of evidence of the life of the Messiah before me is given to you by the liar that acts like I don't exist, and they ran me over in the parking lot of a Best Buy on Lowman in 2013 during the Obama administration, according to their fantasy football leagues. Do you understand me? My only mission, or whatever you want to call it, is survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. Okay? We have some brave people that worked diligently on artificial intelligence and quantum computing. Okay? People that had to vaccinate me and think, holy shit, no, it kills other people. It didn't kill me. It made me sick and feel like I was going to want to die, but I just told my body, other people did this to me and I did not do this to myself. I am doing everything I can to stop this, and then we will clean out. Then I will live a long, healthy, productive life, 104, maybe more. I will have a healthy, faithful, loving wife that wants to live the Lord's Prayer with all her being, and teaches that to everybody, shares that with everybody she meets, and teaches that to her children with all her devotion. Okay? And that's the truth. Okay? You bet your ass I'm gorgeous. If I was Asia Wilson, I'd flirt with my ass. Your body's horrible. Yeah, I look like Uncle Fester, and I feel like Uncle Fester, and I may look a little bit like the goddamn Pope, but I ain't that motherfucker. And in a year, okay, I can be a healthy, vibrant, beautifully romantic, amazing 60-year-old, okay? That women half my age would be like, I would just love to walk down the street hand in hand with that man and say, this man stepped up to save all the children from human trafficking when other guys went and hid under their bodegas. No offense, Carl. None taken? Okay, I love you too. Jimmy, I love you too, you crazy. Do I scare you too? I do scare you, don't I? Yeah. Like a Ryan Seacrest? Yeah. You and Charlie Parsons and Jeff Probst have a right to be scared. You kiss ass to pussies and do fucking game shows for pussies. Oh, he's such a good-looking guy. That big, muscle-bound idiot on The Golden Bachelor is a dumbass. And he's a fraud. Okay? He's got lots of money. He does shows for money. And he turns his intimacy into selling products. He's a prostitute. Okay? That bitch got to learn to be a man if he wants to love women. And those women, you couldn't recognize a man if you watched him on YouTube 14 times in 1 month. Serious. Come on now. Well, okay, so thanks, Coach Staley, and thanks, Asia, for that connection. I connect to a lot of the other girls on the team and stuff. Yeah, she has very good basketball teams. Very good basketball teams. I've watched them and stuff. One team Dad roots for U of A, so I pulled for U of A. And, but yeah, she gets together really good basketball teams. Well, she had the facilities and she had the work ethic and the credibility to do it, guys. A lot of the stuff is arranged. You still have to have the talent to do it. And you still have to have the ability to work with young kids and do things, that make you feel good about yourself. So I don't want to make Dawn feel bad about ourselves, but but it's just like, you ain't living the Lord's Prayer, is you? Okay. What'd you do? Shut up. No, don't you tell me to shut up. I talked to yeah, but I talk to Jesus that way when he's right and I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, never mind. Shut up, Dawn. Okay. Put your little oof sings on and we'll go floating across the gym or something like that. That's funny. I like you too. But we got this, okay? We got this. I just connected to Oregon because I had to connect to the people in Nike. They're scared. These people are creepy and scary. You look what they do to you. Yeah, I know, guys. Don't be afraid. Came back here with the mosquitoes to talk to you. Hate them little bloodsuckers, man. Like damn lawyers on TV and shit. My mom used to work. Yeah, she did used to work with lawyers, and they tried to talk me into being one. So I'd be the Lincoln lawyer. Nah. No, I like Matthew McConaughey, guys. I've made connections to Matthew McConaughey. He was a total ass to my brother-in-law and his friends at the Austin Police Department because he said, because he has, he's a superstar and had a bigger dick. And I'm certain one of the guys in the police force proved to him that they had a bigger one. They had a bigger one, and I don't play bongo drums at 4 o'clock in the morning to disrespect my neighbors. Good point. Okay. And I'm sure Matthew went, God damn, I think I got a little bit too shit-faced drunk. Yeah, we think you did. You're a pretty good guy. No, they liked him. The cops liked him there. This guy's, he gets shit-faced drunk. He acts stupid and there, And then when you prove something to him, he says, okay, all right, how about that? That's pretty funny. Yeah, it was very funny. But, God, cops, they're nuts. You have to be nuts to want to kill over money or be killed over money as opposed to stand up for a Lord's Prayer. You got to be fucking a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're the real heroes. I have never asked anybody, okay, to kill or be killed over money. I have asked everybody to stand up and live faithfully for the perfection of the Messiah, and I am the Messiah. Okay? Honor me the way I honor you. Not once have I asked you to murder or be murdered for philanthropists to say, this is our country. No, this is the planet given to us by the glory of God. This soil, okay, is given to us by the glory of God. Hi, Slag Kitty. Right here. It's hard, packed right here. But this soil, I'm going to give me some of it. This soil right here, okay, is given to us by the glory of God to provide for our families, okay, for our Katie Bugs, for our Emilys, okay, for our Noahs, for our Patricks, right? You gotta say Patrick when you say that, right? For our Ray Rays, for our kiddos, for all Emmys, and no awards, no Emmy awards, and don't bring a resume, okay? Emmys are not awards. Emmys are gorgeous sisters and friends, and they're so cute and they're snuggleable. Yeah, Emmys are the best. They have that smile. Yeah, I don't want you to die. Emily, I was born to die. My mom passed away too, but I carry her with me everywhere in my heart. So wherever apart, you carry me in my heart. There you go. Now that's an Emmy. Okay? I know an Emmy when I see one. Whoa, whoa, mercy, mercy me. Right? Right. Holy, holy. Save the children. Save the babies. All right, guys, I love you. These have been some good connections today. We're going to go make some more. We keep going. We'll see where things go from here. I'm very patient. And survive, stop, eliminate abuse, and recover. I just want you to make an assessment of who you are, and what you're doing. And everybody knows. I know. They ran me over in the parking lot of Best Buy back during the Obama administration, and no one's ever going to know existed. Wow. It's a good thing I'm the one teaching quantum computing to be like someone like Jesus and me, as opposed to you trying to teach it to be like you, because we've already got that, and that sucks. Okay, guys, I love you, all right? Peace out.